Hi, I'm Dale Heath, a Steel Product Line Manager for CommScope. Today we're going to be looking at the SFG23. It's one of the G2 series sector frames for CommScope. We're going to be unboxing it, looking at the attributes, its features, and putting it together to show you how easily it's assembled. So you ready? Let's get started. One of the great features about the SFG23 is its packaging. This kit comes complete on its pallet with a pipe bundle behind us. You can stack this 9 high, which is great for the warehouse or for debundling and going out to the site. What I like about the kit is it's actually got the hardware in the center, so we got a weight distribution that's really even. The pipe bundle comes with the stiff arm strut supports as well as the face pipes. We're going to look at the hardware kit first. Let's open it up. Each kit comes complete with a set of instructions. These instructions are step by step. First thing we want to do is inventory what we have here. Here we've got 2 clamps, one for the top and bottom. This is for the saddle brackets as well as our back clamps. And then we've got our taper brackets, both our top taper brackets and our bottom brackets, which have a swivel point to them. So first, let's get through here and inventory all these parts. We're going to loosen these bolts so that we can swing open this gate. When I stood this up, I stood it up so that the label is actually facing up to me. It could go either direction. I choose it for the label to go up because during inspections, I want to be able to see this label. I want to be able to take photographs of it while I'm inspecting a tower. This is great because this actually gives us back to the rev number, the control system, as well as the website to go to get any engineering specifications for this G2 series mount. Let's open it up. Let's spin it along. Pull your frame out. Okay, we're grabbing the bolts for the sector frame so that we can lock this into position. And the reason we lock it into position is because we want it to be able to have its stability of its V frame. If you'll notice, these are actually welded together. This way there is no misalignment of the frame, no cantering of the frame as we put it together. One nice feature about these bolts is when inserted into the smash tube, the heads are actually captured so that it makes it for easy tightening. All right, so we followed our instructions and we've assembled the frame itself. Now we're going to assemble the saddle mounts. This is a great design because it only takes 2 pieces of this 3/4 inch all thread to assemble the saddle mount to its back saddle bracket back here. What I'm doing now is I'm pre-assembling the nuts on the back portion so I can lock in the all thread. This will allow me to capture this all thread and I won't have to tighten it up holding both sides during the tower installation process. One thing I like about the hardware that CommScope sends, they always give you an extra. We only need 4 of these. So there's a 5% allowance for dropped or missed hardware. What I'm assembling now is the top and bottom section to the saddle brackets. The bottom is actually fixed from its tapers degrees away from the tower. The top gives me some adjustability, as you can see through here. On page 4, it'll reference what each degree allows, whether it's 0, 2, 4, 1, 3, 5, 7. It's odd and even on your rows up through here. This allows the climber, if he knows what the taper distance is on the tower, to go ahead and preset that. For us, we're going to set this at 0. You should see at least 2 to 3 threads on this, but you don't want to expose it too much because if you do, when you insert the taper bolt, you'll actually impact this head and have problems getting this through. So good clearance is always good to see It'll prevent you from having to re-loosen it up. Now, we're going to take our 3/4 inch bolts and assemble these on the frame. We'll turn the sector frame around so that you can actually see better as we do the video. Now that we've repositioned the frame so that we can see it, we're going to attach the top saddle bracket. We attach this right underneath this lip right here on this 120-degree rotation with our 3/4 inch bolt, flat lock nut. It's important to have the flat in this position so that as we rotate it, it'll slide on this. Now we can attach our saddle bracket back plate. Typically, we would install it in this direction on the tower. For this installation, though, we're going to only install it on one side, allowing us quick installation and quick on tower leg. Thank you. Attach your hardware on the other side so that it's up there when you get on the tower. Remember that we're installing the taper bracket to the top section and the non-tapered bracket to the bottom section. All right, as we add this 5/8 U-bolt onto the face, this will give us some great stability as we allow ourselves some azimuth control. This saddle mount gives you 120 degrees of adjustment here in the saddle plate and the frame itself, which is great, more than most frames out in the industry today. And if you can see this is wonderful. Look at the thickness on the steel. It's a very robust frame. It's fantastic, great supports in here with these compressed tubes. This frame is designed to see loads of equipment on the face of up to 1,500 pounds at 400 feet in the air. And it can do so in wind speeds up to 140 miles an hour with gusts exceeding 180. A very robust frame, very well designed and thought out frame. Let's put that lower saddle mount on now. Same as the top mount, same procedure. All right, one of the last steps that we have is adding our horizontal face pipes. This will be the last step before we add our antenna pipes. So we'll reposition the frame and we'll bring the pipe over here and get that ready. Now that we've repositioned the frame, we're going to install our horizontal face pipes. As you see in the pipe bundle, we've got 3 sets of pipes. First, we've got our 10-foot horizontal face pipes. There's 2 of them. Will be installed on the top and the bottom. And then we've got our 3 96-inch vertical antenna pipes. These can be purchased in 96-inch lengths or 126-inch lengths to match your equipment and your antenna needs. The last is our 12-foot 6 stiff arm structural support. That'll be the last thing that we install. So let's cut the bands and get started. Keep in mind when you're installing these, you want to be installing flat washer, lock washer, and the nut. Anytime you have a slotted hole, the flat washer has to be installed before the lock washer. And last is your nut. CommScope does provide you an extra baggie of nuts just in case you drop or lose one, which is convenient when installing in rocky surfaces. We're fortunate today because we're installing this inside our warehouse for this example. Keep in mind to measure your pipes so that you know exactly what your separation is from one side of the face to the other, and you get a nice, clean, true position of your horizontal pipes. We'll do that when we tighten the bolts. Now we're going to install the top pipe. All right, we want to measure this face so that we have the right distance. Make sure that you meet your spec. Great. Now we can tighten it down. And we'll repeat the same process for the bottom. Okay, next step here is we're going to add our vertical pipes. So we're going to take these 3 96-inch pipes, 3 of our hardware kits, bring them over here, and we'll attach that for the instructions. for ease in installation, for the end-to-end pipes, you can actually pre-install these U-bolts on here, and then just slide it over to the right position. This position, we're going to install it 6 inches from the outside. I'm also going to pre-install the U-bolts on the bottom because it's very easy for me to slide the pipe into this. Okay, for the top section, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to pre-install the U-bolt onto the large flat section. This U-bolt will be installed once we're ready for the pipe. Now we can get the center one done. There is a separate set of instructions in here for you if needed. And again, I'll pre-install the bottom U-bolt. To accept the vertical pipe. So now we'll add our 96-inch pipe. Slide it into the bottom, and we can add our U-bolt up here. I'm still going to keep this loose because we're going to want to adjust these and get our tape on this and position it in the right position. After we're done with all 3 pipes, we're also going to want to take these and we're going to want to center these, so we'll mark the pipes and center them. We'll show you that when we're ready. Keep in mind, it's not our intentions to show you means or methods of installation. Each crew will have its own abilities and skills. And as a competent climber, you should decide what's right and wrong for your own crews. We're showing you one method here. Our method may not be for everybody. All right, now that we've got our pipe in position, we've done our measurements, we've tightened up the angle adapters up through here. We've got a mark here that's positioned to where we want these dimensions, or want these pipe to be setting up against. So we're going to raise the frame up a little bit, set the first pipe, and then we'll do that to the third and second one as well. Now that we've installed our antenna pipes into the position that we want, we're ready to install equipment on the frame so that we can send it up the tower. The last part of the structural design that needs to go onto it is our strut support, our stiff arm. Our stiff arm basically is our lateral support. If you notice, we have a stiff arm kit here, and we also have a hardware kit. This was the 4th hardware kit designed for these antenna pipes. In this kit, it came with 3 antenna pipes, but all kits come with attachments for 4. So we can use this at a separate time. Right now, we'll just put it in our truck. All right, the stiff arm kit is designed specifically for that lateral support, and it is attached by 2 different locations. One on the far end of the antenna pipe, either end, depending on which side of the tower we put this on. Today, we're just going to go ahead and get the bracket designed ready, put it on the stiff arm, and we'll move the stiff arm to the side, and we'll start mounting our equipment for our antennas. All right, there it is, CommScope's SFG2 3-sector frame, capable of holding 1,500 pounds of equipment weight and very easy to install. For more information, go to our website or contact your local CommScope representative. Thank you.